Sure.
Floor's all yours. Everyone, Lisa Metcalf from Gecco. Personal thing is, from my family's hometown of Waipakarau, or Waipak, everyone knows theirs. It's good to see Kiwi innovation coming through. So absolutely amazing. Looking forward to hearing all about your products. So floors are yours. Thanks, Lisa.
Great, thanks. Kia ora, I'm Lisa Metcalf, Managing Director of Gecco Software. We're based in Waipukurau, Hawke's Bay, and I've been working in this sector for more than 20 years. I'm passionate about all things membership. Thank you, Brett, for this opportunity to show your members a little bit of Gecco. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, at Gecco, we're continually growing with the sector to provide relevant and up-to-date software solutions. We take on your feedback and grow and develop accordingly. I couldn't possibly cover everything that is Gecco in 20 minutes, so I've decided to focus on two areas: member engagement and the flexibility of membership. Association sector is constantly evolving, and the demands and expectations of membership are very fluid. The reasons people join associations is ever changing, and you need to be able to keep up with those changes and demands if you're to stay relevant. So let's talk about member engagement, because this is the key to member retention and growth. If members are not seeing value in their membership, then they're not likely to want to keep paying for the service. Gecco puts members at the heart of what we do, because we know that without members, you do not have an association. So we want to help you give your members a reason to belong. Having a secure place for your members to log in and manage their own data is the foundation. So Gecco manages users according to their membership status. You can have areas for members only and areas for particular membership types only. Non-members can also log in, but they can't do the same things as members. Pretty much they are restricted to registering for events at non-member prices and filling out an application to become a member, effectively. So let's look at a member. I'm just going to switch user to this member so that you can see it from his perspective. So a member can manage and edit all their personal details. They can manage, view, and pay their invoices online. They can view their subscriptions. With subscriptions, you might have some special interest subscriptions. That's something that you can allow them to apply for themselves and add to themselves. Once they have that, they have access to areas related to that special interest group. They can manage their professional development online here. They can upload anything that they've attended, record that for downloading later. It also connects with our events module, so you can actually apply professional development points directly to the member from when you mark their attendance at events. They can view any messages they've received through the system, and they can view all their event tickets and go and view them in detail. If you have the certificates module, they can view and download any certificates they've got. So these certificates could be anything from membership or annual practicing certificates through to event attendance certificates, CPD certificates, quiz completions, you name it. They're all set up in the certificate area and then apply automatically when people meet the criteria. In addition to this, we do integrate with Credly badges for digital badges. So that's another way you can offer automatic recognition. We also integrate with Absorb LMS, which is, and we're actually able to manage all of the enrolments and results and things like that from that. On the members overview, they can see what organisations they belong to, what branches they belong to, what committees they belong to, and they can easily navigate directly there. So with branches or groups, this is just a way to segment your membership. So most times it's a regional segmentation, but it doesn't have to be. You can segment it any way that's relevant to you. But it's a really good way of delegating management. So what I've done here is I've made Clayson an administrator on this branch, which gives him management access to this branch only. So with that, he's able to add and remove members from his branch. He can send emails out directly to his branch members. He can run reports that are related to his branch. He can upload documents and start discussion groups. He can also add and create and committees and add people to them. So I'm just going to, I'll move that out of the way. I'm just going to go back to his profile and switch back. So does your association encourage mentoring? We've got a mentoring module. So this is a place to facilitate mentoring relationships. You're not obviously not involved in the actual mentoring relationship, but you can load mentors into this area and have your members go there and search on regions or topics and find a mentor and then contact them to become a mentor. You can also upload resources here, and there is provision to receive feedback from the mentors and the mentees about how the mentoring progressed and whether it was beneficial or not. What about a jobs board or a marketplace? We've got a classifieds module where you can have your job listings. You can sell advertising. It's a good way to monetize this so that you can gain another source of revenue for your association. So how engaged are your members when it comes to voting? Gecco's got a fully secure, anonymous and auditable election module. So what I've done here is I've set up an election for board elections. So we've got 2 issues here for people to vote on. We're looking for a new chairperson. So the details of the people are there. And your members can vote for up to 3 people for the committee. So you set all this up, and then you set a date for it to go public viewably. So on that date, you let your members know, and they can log in and they can view all of the issues that they're voting on. They can't yet vote at that point. You set a date and time for the voting to open and for the voting to close. And between those times, that's when the vote becomes available. And your members can go in there and cast their votes. As soon as the voting is closed, the casting vote disappears, and you as an administrator, you can go in there and download an auditable document for the vote, and you can publish the results immediately. So no more of that sort of counting hands in the auditorium or counting bits of paper in the back room. It can all be done smoothly and efficiently online. You don't just need to use this for your annual elections. You can use this for polling your members all throughout the year. If a situation comes up and you need to actually get feedback from your members on which way to go, you can set up a poll and invite your members in for that. You can use our events module for face-to-face events and webinars. It can be used for conferences as well. With there's a wide range of ticketing available. We can do group ticketing, group bookings, or individual tickets. All of the messaging is automated, and you can also send special emails out at any point in time. For the more complex conferences, Gecco's got a conference module. So this is where the events are much more complex, like run over multiple days, which most conferences are, but also with multiple streams. So you want your members to be able to go in there, purchase tickets, select what sessions they're going to be attending. Some of them might be chargeable, some of them might be free. All of that can be handled by this conference module. The conference module is like a website within your website, and it has sub-pages as well, so you can add a lot more information. With the ticketing, we can manage things like you might be running workshops or field trips the day before or the day after conference. That can be included in the conference module ticketing. There's other complexities too, like things like your gala dinner. There's always issues around that, about how you charge for that and how many guests you can take and those sorts of things. So that can all be managed through the conference module. The conference module comes with additional support from us to help you set it up, so that we can ensure that you get it set exactly to meet your specific requirements. So those are just a few of our member engagement tools. So now let's look at the flexibility you have around membership. Gecco provides a wide range of flexibility and variety to give you multiple options to encourage membership retention and growth. So firstly, who are your members? Are they individuals? Or are they organisations or companies? Or are they a mixture of both? So Gecco can handle any of those. With our organisations, we have an organisation hierarchy. So you can have grandparent, parent, child organisations, and then individuals can belong to any or many of those. So in this instance, I've set up this company as our member. So the membership subscription sits on Magical Mystery Tours Limited. But if we have a look at them, they've got 2 branches. And each branch has got individuals who belong to them. So we navigate all the way down to this member who's a member of one of the branches, and we can see that the organisation subscription has been passed all the way down to that person. So effectively, what that means is that when this person logs into Gecco, they get membership status. That means that they can access member-only pages, they can get member pricing on events or resources or in any areas of the system. So I'll just go back to the top. Now let's have a quick look at their invoice. So this organisation has got the invoice for their membership. You'll note that there's a pro rata on that. So you can set up the pro rata on subscriptions so it's automated. So if people join partway through the year, they get a discounted membership. So that's all done in the subscription settings. So what if your member is an individual? So let's look at Clayson again. Clayson is the member. So he has a full membership subscription, which we can invoice directly to him, or we can bill it to his organisation. So this one's set to bill to his organisation, and he belongs to the branch of an organisation, and we've got it set so it goes all the way up the hierarchy up to the parent organisation here. And so we have a look at their invoice, and their invoice shows all the people who were billed on that day. The invoice goes out and they're sitting there on a line item. There's Clayson there sitting on that invoice. Okay, so what about the member journey? Let's go and have a look at someone there. With our subscriptions, Gecco can set subscriptions so that they follow through on a member journey. So you might have it set up so that you have a student, and after a year, that student automatically becomes a graduate. And then after another year, that graduate automatically becomes a full member. So you can set that journey up in the system so that you don't need to intervene. It just automatically happens that when they renew as the next subscription that they're meant to renew as. And in addition to that, you can tell your member the membership journey that they're on with our reminders. So we've got reminders that you can have as many of these reminders as you want set up. On a reminder, you set it up so that it goes out a certain number of days before the subscription renews, or you can send it out after the subscription has renewed if you've got messaging that you need to send out after renewal. So I've set this one up. So 30 days before it renews, it's going to go out to anybody holding a student subscription, and it's going to be a congratulations on becoming a graduate. So it's set and forget. So what about billing and pricing? So subscriptions can have a fee. So the fee sits on the subscription. The fee is effectively a line item on an invoice. So you go and you set up what that line item is. In this case, it's a full member line item, and there's our fee for it. So what if you want to actually modify that so that not everybody gets the same prices? Maybe your executive committee gets a special price for their membership. We have price modifiers. Now, these can sit on any fees, not just subscription fees. So any fee that you have in the system, you can set up a modifier. And with that modifier, you can say if they belong to a certain subscription branch, or in this case, a committee, then they're going to get billed this amount, not the full fee. You can even set it up to be between a certain time frame, which is quite handy if you want to set up an early bird pricing on an event or something like that. Or you can set discount codes, which I've got one set up here, so that you can apply a discount code to get the discounted rate. So let's just look at billing our subscriptions. So when you configure your subscriptions, you can set up whether it bills straight away or whether it bills early. So you can set it up so that the invoice goes out a month before the subscription renews, or you could tie this in with those reminders. You might send a reminder out a month before and then send the invoice 2 weeks before, and then the subscription renews, and then you send another reminder. It's just all of those really important touch points around renewal that to engage your members and make them aware of that it is that time of year. You can also set up deferred billing. So what this means is that you can actually set up the system so that all the invoices are generated, but they're generated in draft. They don't go to the members. So you as an administrator can go in there and check that you've got your fees correct, make any adjustments on any particular members that have any particular issues. And then on a set date, the system will pick them all up, publish them, and send them out to your members. So what if they don't pay? We've got a grace period. I've set mine up here for 3 months. So 3 months after the subscription has renewed, if they haven't paid, their subscription will automatically expire and they'll lose their membership. Alternatively, we can actually have a setting so that we require an invoice to be paid before it is activated. I'll just show you an example of that. So here I've got this member who I've got set up with one of those types of subscriptions. So his subscription is actually pending. It renewed on the 24th of October, but it's pending because he hasn't yet paid it. So what that means is that currently this person is not getting any member privileges. They're not able to access member areas of the site, and they're not actually able to get member pricing. So let's look at our payment options. Gecco integrates with Xero. So that means that if people pay by their internet banking, it gets reconciled in Xero, and then it continues through and gets reconciled in Gecco. Alternatively, we have payment gateways, so we can do Wincave or PayPal or Stripe. We have an integration with Stripe. And one of the advantages of that is that your members can save their credit card details in Stripe, and it's connected to Gecco. They can also set up, if you allow it, they can set up automatic payments so that each year their annual subscription gets automatically deducted from their credit card. Or if you want to make it available to them, we can actually give you a setting where you can allow them to pay off their membership monthly, automatically through Stripe. So I'll just do a quick payment on this. So now I've paid that invoice. We go back to him. You'll note that his subscription is now valid. So those are just a few scenarios to give you an idea of the flexibility available to you with Gecko. During onboarding, our onboarding managers work with you to get the best fit for your situation. Ongoing, if things change, we're there for you via our help desk and support you and assist you with any changes. Our support team are available Monday to Friday during business hours, and we monitor and respond to help desk queries 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We also have 2 built-in options for help, and you can switch between them. So we have our help widget here, where you can search our documentation and find answers to your solutions, or failing that, you can pop in a help desk ticket for us to respond to. Alternatively, you can switch to our AI chat, where you can ask questions and the AI bot will search our documentation and help you to problem solve. Right, there's so much more I'd love to show you about Gecko, but we've run out of time. Please contact us through our website form and we will respond within 24 hours to set up a meeting with you to look at your needs and provide a demo of how Gecko can positively change your membership software experience.
Amazing. Hey, look, Lisa, that's great. Just a couple of questions.
Yes.
And just starting at the top, does or will the conference module have a conference app?
We don't have an app, but we are investigating integrating with other apps that are out there. There's a couple of them that we've been looking at, but no, at present we don't have the app. But we won't build an app because there are many out there that are doing a good job. We will build an integration.
But the website's responsive anyway, isn't it? So
yes, it is.
You
yes,
could
it is.
you could live without one if you needed to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yep. Okay. If a company is more than one region, does that mean the company has to be set up separately? I.e., Hot Chips Auckland, Hot Chips Wellington, or can employees be tagged to each region?
Okay, good question. So yes and no, multiple, depends on how you want to set it up. So as you saw, we have the hierarchy, the regional hierarchy. You can set that up. If I go back to my organisation there that I had, so you can set them up as separate ones that feed through to the top level, or you can actually set up one organisation that belongs to multiple branches.
Cool. Yep. So I hope that answers your question, Sherry. Also, she was asking, can we see if a member is registered for a webinar that they've attended or any events, basically?
Sorry, say that again.
So where do we see if a member has registered for an event or?
Oh, okay. Yes, you can see all of the registrations sit on the event.
Can you see it in the individual person as well or not?
Sorry. Individual person, how do you mean?
So if I register for a webinar
Yes.
that's on your package,
Yes.
can also see it on my profile what the events I've registered for?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
But also obviously in there as well, obviously. Yep.
Yes. Yes. This is the area for the administrator.
Cool. Yep. Fantastic. Yep. Is there website or LMS learning management system capability?
Yes, there's website capability. We have a variety of options with websites. I'll talk about the LMS in a minute, but with websites, we have a basic website template that you can use for a DIY website that's fully integrated with Gecko. We also build custom websites for clients if they have a particular design. We will work with whatever design we're provided. We use the Silverstripe CMS for doing this, and we can build a custom website fully integrated. Alternatively, we have a single sign-on for WordPress, and we can also provide an API for external websites. Regarding the LMS, we don't have a built-in LMS, but we do have a full integration with Absorb LMS. So yeah, and we would look at any other integrations if you've got another platform that you prefer. We are pretty open with integrations.
Gotcha. Yep. Yep. Hope that helps. Yep. Can price modifiers deal with a levy-based invoicing? That is, the annual fee varies by the size of the company.
Right. Yes, that is one way you could manage it through price modifiers. What I would do there is we have actually built calculators for clients as well. So we do customization work as well as required. But you could use the modifiers, because what you could do is you could actually apply a special subscription that identifies what the levy level is for that company, and then use that as your modifier.
Gotcha. Hope that helps. Yep. Um, just getting back to that events one, while
Mhm.
I'm still on there, can you see if they've attended? So if they've actually looked at the webinar that you've run or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we're not integrated, but I mean, we're willing to look at integrating with Zoom, but we're not integrated with Zoom at the moment, if that's how you're doing it. What you would do is, it's not available on that one for me to show, but I'll just see if I've got any historic ones I can share, is you can record attendance after an event is over.
Gotcha. Yep. Yep.
And when you record attendance, you can apply certificates and CPD as well.
Good. Gee, they're coming thick and fast here now. Goodness me. So was that version 1 or 2 demonstrated? I got no idea.
Version 2.
Version- Okay,
This
cool.
is the new version that everybody's coming on board with.
Yep. Yep. I've heard of version 2. What's the difference between version 1 and 2? Can we sign up so we can? I've heard there's a version 2. What's the difference between 1 and 2? And should we sign up? Can we do so with version 2?
All people signing up now come on to version 2. Yes, I'm glad you've all heard about version 1 and version 2. Version 1, I mean, we've been around, Gecko's been around since 2016, and version 1 was our first version that grew over time. Last year, we came down the track of building version 2, and there's the majority of it is much the same, but there are additional features with version 2, like the events feed is much more flexible and configurable in version 2. Those reminders that I showed you earlier are version 2, so that you've got a lot more available to you that way. Also, the granular ability of the access in version 2 is another big change. If I just go here, you can actually set up much more granular actually access settings in version 2 and allow people to do more specific things without access to other things.
Gotcha. Cool.
Mm.
Yep. Be an interesting one here. Can we speak to a human in person instead of relying on chat and email? Gee, that actually sounds
Absolutely.
like I'm ringing IRD or something like that, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, our first point of call is our help desk, because
yep.
that alerts us that you need help. And from there, if you want to talk to us, we'll set up a Zoom with you and go from there. Absolutely, you get to talk to a person.
Yep. Hey, just getting back to that events thing. Okay, so I sort of get the answer. And look, whoever you are, if I can make you live and you can answer the question as well. So just let me know who you are and I can put you in. You can speak. But I'm getting it is that it's like I run some events, some other it's a webinar or a live thing, and we've got. Like today, we've got 60 people registered, but only 34 have turned up. I want
Mm,
to tick the box to say these are the 35 people that have turned up and the others don't. So then
mm.
later on, when I see that um, person's profile, I
Yep,
want to go, that webinar that we held, yes, you registered for it, but did you actually turn up?
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Um, Sorry, I'm just
Does that
moving.
help? The question, whoever
So,
asked?
so you're wanting to know about it on the actual member profile, not on the event. Is that
Oh,
what you're saying?
well, whatever. Like if I look at the event ticket there and Kason has registered for this the big weekend, did he actually turn up to it?
Yeah. So what you can do is you can filter, and I don't know what I've got here, but so you can filter on any that is attended.
So you can go into that particular event when it's running and go, this person attended, this one didn't, this one did, this one did. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you would do that as an administrator on the event itself. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just guessing. Brett, I run a lot of webinars, usually find that only half join up. Yeah, you're right. I do agree. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Same. I have to agree. Look at this one here. There's 60 and only 30 turned up. So only half.
Yeah, because and a lot of that is because people are relying on watching the videos later.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I wish there was an answer to it. Um,
The possible answer to that is to not make the videos available unless they sign in, log
I'm
in to get them,
I'm just
and then you can
mindful
track
of
it.
I'm just mindful of the time and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
There's some questions about upgrades and this sort of thing. We're just going to screw that. Are you shifting all your subscribers to version 2? Obviously you
Yes,
are.
absolutely.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
we're working through that
Um,
process now.
yep. Hopefully that's answered. I'm not going to go to all these. Is there automation capabilities for members to receive communications once they register for events?
Yes,
Not just the initial registration email.
absolutely.
The
Yes,
register gets so then you can set up a generic thing to say in 2 hours' time it's going to start or a day's time or something like that. Yeah.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Hey, look, I'm mindful. It's 11:30. We are Lisa, thank you so much. As
Thank
I say
you.
to everybody, is that reach out to Lisa. I'm going to be sharing details. And please go from there. How does that sound? Yep.
That's great. Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much
you,
for your time,
Lisa.
and thanks, Brett. I really appreciate
Really
this.
appreciate it. Cool.
Thank
Thanks, mate.
you.